sewer utilities.
Thank you, Mayor. You have in your packet, this letter agreement, which outlines a few items. Envirolink is a company, that is interested in investing in, the master plan community on the west side of town. And Envirolink and their partners are basically a private utility firm that install, maintain, and operate utilities as a private firm as a means of investment. And so their business model is that they come in and they'll install and then charge their fees the same as we do. And their investors are mostly a retirement fund. And so utilities are pretty much a sure generator, because people are always going to use water and sewer, and so it's a pretty safe bet for them to invest in it. Envirolink has approached us along with First Keystone Industrial Park. First Keystone Industrial Park is within city limits, but they've requested water and sewer utilities. They've also requested the city participate in that. And our share, if we were to participate in that, would be about $500,000. With this arrangement, if the council agrees to it, Envirolink would go ahead and install it all at their cost. They would be on city utilities until such time that Envirolink obtains all their licenses from the state to be their own water company. At that time, we would basically deed these back over to them for their use and future maintenance. And so what this allows them to do is to get utility services in the meantime to First Keystone, so they can start developing their industrial park. It's no money out of our pocket other than maintenance, but we anticipate this being a very short-term agreement. And if for some reason First Keystone did not join the MMD or did not do that, they would be the ones responsible with Envirolink to pay back those costs. And so for the city, it's a win. We are allowed to charge them. We'll have customers for a short term. And the only thing is that at the end of the term, we would do the back over to Envirolink for them.
I don't see any term stipulated here.
There's not a time frame specific. I've already contacted the TCEQ to begin the process, but it is a process. We anticipate about a year.
Where do we get the term?
How can we have the term in there?
Oh,
Heavy terms.
yeah.
We don't have a term, a time frame of the term.
We don't. Basically, the time frame, the time frame is just, the term is however long it takes them to get their license.
How long are we gonna?
So typically, if you have a developer, they're on the hook. They install the utilities and then they get it over to the city. In this instance, all we're doing is the developer has found a third party who's willing to finance it, and again, it'll be deeded over to the city. What they're asking in return is that once they are up and running, ready to operate as their own utility service, that we deed it back over to them.
So what exactly will First Keystone be doing? This is industrial park. What will be inside of that?
It's going to be yards. They've got it subdivided, and the council approved that in December, I believe.
So we're going to have an industrial area inside the MMD? New development?
Well, this is what's currently in zoned industrial off of Highway 17.
And you know, we've always had areas that are gonna be businesses and things like that. It's always, you know, in certain areas, because, you know, like it or not, that's what's bringing this all on. You know, we've gotta have a place for people to have their yards and to perform their functions of business. And, of course, ideally, and everything else will follow that: housing, shopping, school, hospital. hospital.
Ball fields, football field.
Letting First Keystone, move into the MMD starts letting investors see that the MMD is starting to get some buildings and some vertical construction and some tax base built up. Also by letting, Envirolink provide water and wastewater to First Keystone, starts showing that Envirolink can start providing water and wastewater throughout the First Pecos, development without having to have the developers pay for that themselves.
Well, we've already got some industrial stuff going on out there. Light Tower has a top rate facility right there, looks nice, the building, and everything nice, the yard's nice.
Is that a qualification to be in there, is that it looks nice, or we just gonna let it look however someone wants it to look?
Oh, we've got, that's.
Some standards here, or what?
We already have standards set up, how they're supposed to be putting things in place. Of course, you know, the city themselves doesn't want it, they want it to look like trash.
Mayor, the municipal management district will have, quality standards for everything within West
But
Pecos.
the MMD's not in place yet. So
Right,
what
but-
happens between now and
Well,
then?
but their agreement is that they're gonna come into the MMD, but they have to comply with the MMD standards. So that First Keystone's gonna have to be at that standard.
So if they're in before the MMD is,
The
then.
city,
they're-
the city
I
still
think I
has their
understand your
standards,
question.
we still have standards.
So currently, they're already inside city limits, as will be the rest of the MMD. For population purposes, we want to have anyone who comes here to be part of Pecos population, Pecos citizens. So in the meantime, they're still subject to all of the same building codes that we currently require. And so, for instance, Holly, you can help me out on this, they're gonna have to have a minimum, landscaping requirements, they're going to have the 3-foot, brick facade, across the front of the building. It's the same building requirements that we have for, everybody that builds inside the city. What Mr. Bond was referring to is that in the future, the MMD is likely to have probably a higher standard for architectural purposes to make sure that things are working together.
Do we have references or anything on Envirolink?
Well, this is basically a private endeavor. We've spoken with them, as has, Hundred Companies and Patterson Tillman. But as far as this agreement goes, really all that we're asking the council is, regardless of their business, that they just have the right to get their investment back. As far as funding it, that's a private agreement between them and First Keystone on how it gets paid back and at what rates. And
Well, that's just a win-win situation, where they're putting in infrastructure, saving the city that cost, it's something that we're gonna have to do anyway.
Have they done this someplace else?
yes, they operate, I think, 26 different systems, water systems, all across the U.S. As far as a personal reference, the president of Envirolink actually sits on a board with the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. And none of you are really gonna care about this, but I'll throw it out there anyway. UNC Chapel Hill is kind of a nationwide leader in coming up with rate studies and different utilities for how water and sewer utilities are run. They've got a lot of best practices, and he sits on that board that creates those best practices and does that research.
Is that a problem?
Nope.
I make a motion that we, allow the city manager to enter into an agreement with Envirolink, to build the water and sewer infrastructure for the First Keystone Industrial Park.
Second that.
Have a motion by Councilman Moon, a second by Councilman Tellez opposed, like sign. Let the record show the motion carries.